movie and show reviews. So what are we doing today? Well, in my sneak peek, I said that we were doing Spider-Man month. And the first movie we were doing is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Mostly because this is the one that I watched recently. It's one of my favorite films, actually, that came out in 2019. Which, I mean, I had a lot of films that I liked in 2019. Right now, I'm just on a Spider-Man binge. So, for those who have not seen it, spoiler alert, I mean, you should have. I mean, see that sticker? You should see it. Or at the very least, it's the best movie I watched in 2019, because I'm actually pretty sure this movie came out in 2018. But let's not get into that. So right now, we are talking about the review. And I hate the light that is behind me. It's blaring like crazy, but you know what? I'm too lazy to move. So I'm just going to do it right here. For those who haven't seen this is the movie about Miles Morales. He becomes Spider-Man. He has to deal with the guilt of Peter Parker's death. He has to capture, put in jail Kingpin. And he tries to be Spider-Man, but he just can't. He couldn't really believe in himself. He was very down. He blamed himself for his death because he had gotten the powers and he couldn't help him. And then, because the thing that ended up causing Spider-Man's death, Peter Parker, caused this Peter Parker, Spider-Gwen, Penny Parker, Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Ham to all come out of the dimension of their own separate dimensions. Don't know why that came out so weird. And he ended up needing their help. They helped him grow as a character. Even the ones that had like very little roles that barely did anything affected Miles Morales greatly. One of my favorite scenes was Stan Lee's cameo, actually, because what he said did come to light. He said, it always fits eventually. And that's what he was telling Miles Morales when he was going to Peter Parker's funeral. And, he was getting a Spider-Man suit as homage. And that's what Stan Lee told him, everything fits eventually. And, he went and it finally did fit. He fit into the role of Spider-Man. And I really like this movie. It's up there in my personal opinion. So, do I recommend a watch? Okay. So, since this is new, I'm doing this. W means watch. Y equals yes, so yes, it's worth a watch. Okay, so let me just put it right here. Spider-Man. Into the Spider-Verse. And I shortened it so I would remember. And rating out of 10, it gets, in my personal opinion, an 8.5 out of 10. Now, the reason why I give it this rating is I liked it a lot. I mean, I obviously didn't love it. I wasn't as, invested as I was in, movies like Joker. But I think that has to do partially being a animated film. Now, don't get me wrong, animated films can have very good stories. This being one of them, another being Batman and the Phantasm, or Batman Beyond the Joker Returns. I could just go on a list of different very good animated movies that felt very real, even though they were animated, but I don't really know how to explain it. There are times, while yes, it is an animated movie, it can feel real, but this one, it was still an animated movie that felt real, if that makes sense. No, there's no shade, there's no hate to it. I love it. I mean, I pre-ordered the thing, for God's sakes. I didn't mean to toss it like that. But yeah, I did love the movie. I wouldn't give it a bad review. I wouldn't pre-order. I wouldn't get it if I didn't like it. So I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It was very good. It represented its characters very well. It was very diverse. The animation was actually very good. I liked it. I mean, I can understand what some people were saying. Like, I know some people said they didn't like the animation style. And I can sort of understand when it's in 4K. When it's in regular DVD or Blu-ray format, I can, I like it. But I recently watched in 4K, and there are a lot of skips between what a character is doing at times, and it can become kind of disorienting. So that is one fault it has. But other than that, it's very good. Like, if you want your kids to see it, I would give it, a go. It's a very good Spider-Man film. It represents who Spider-Man is as a character. It also shows that anyone can really be Spider-Man with that right attitude, if that makes sense, with that right, not attitude, but lifestyle, if that makes sense. That still kind of doesn't go for what I was hoping for to help me explain it, but yeah. So I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I feel like I've repeated that like 5,000 times. But yeah, it's a very good movie. I recommend it. Not just for kids. This movie is not just for kids. It's like the Copa thing. Like, it's a cartoon, but adults can enjoy it too. What I was about to say about Copa was like, Copa's wrong. Please don't kill me, Copa, but your rules are kind of bullcrap. I will say that. See, that's not breaking your rules, because that ain't a swear. But yeah, I mean, if my review didn't do it for you, look at other reviews, plus that little nominee sticker on it should help you make your choice. If I didn't convince you good enough, and if I didn't, I honestly apologize. I'm still trying to get into movie reviews. Like, the spectacles were really good in the movie, and even in 4K, the spectacles are actually pretty good, but there are frame skips. Like, I have noticed this actually in quite a few cartoons, whether they be TV shows or movies. There are frame skips when you watch them in 4K, and it's part of the reason why I'm pretty sure not too long ago I read an article where animators say, they hate 4K because of this, or at the very least they don't like it when their show that they made at the time was made in 4K. But yeah, so it's kind of like a universal problem. It's not just Spider-Man at the Spider-Verse, so when I say that, don't give it like hate, I guess, if that makes sense. So I'm going to end the video here because I'm pretty much rambling and repeating myself, and I don't want to do that. So I already gave you my reasons, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And you know what most YouTubers say, like, subscribe, whatever. Do you. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.